Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy. I'm the artist behind the YouTube channel that you're currently watching. So I'm adding something to the ongoing list of videos being made about WalkAway. And it wasn't my intention to have anything to add to it because I'm not walking away from anything in particular. Not that I have any issues that don't have big blaring questions, but I got a phone call from a friend of mine a couple hours ago. He's from out of state at the moment, and we've been friends since high school, and we share a lot of the same friends. So when he shared with me the conversations that he's been having over the last few weeks, it made me think this sounds exactly like every video I've seen where people describing the reasons why they're walking away. And yes, I'm familiar with the fact that there are some fake accounts on Twitter. None of that changes the fact that my friend called me about real things. So that's what we're discussing. The reason I thought about making the video was we had a conversation that I thought maybe some of you might benefit from hearing, and I'm willing to put myself out there to say it. So, generalities part one. I'm a conservative. My friend's a liberal. He was always fairly liberal, and I've always been a contrarian. Ask anybody that knows me, regardless of the topic on the table, I'm probably taking the opposite of everyone else. It's just how I am. I have been an illustrator since before high school, and one of my clients was a cause for like back and forth between me and my friend over the years. All good, friendly stuff. And recently, that client made a comment, got my friend thinking again. And just like out of the many videos you've seen about people describing the reasons why they're walking away, he began to have his own challenges and struggles to try to reconcile what was in his mind, how he perceived things, how he perceived himself. Why did he think the things that he thought? Why did he see things the way anyway? And so as he began to share these with his best friends of decades, to his surprise, they started suggesting maybe he was a Nazi, secretly a Nazi. Maybe he was bigoted and just couldn't, white privilege. Just went through the whole thing. And my friend is fairly progressive, and he's called me to the carpet many times when I've been misinformed and posted some big rant. But he genuinely tells me, I was surprised because this dynamic where liberals sharing what they feel or what they're discovering is not supposed to actually really create a problem. That's some right-wing or alt-right Nazi thing that's been fabricated. So he ran into that face first and asked me, what do we do? And so that's part two is why he had this awakening. I'll try to be quick. I've been a political cartoonist. I've worked with a lot of musicians and celebrities over the years. I feel very blessed in my career. One of my clients, and I'm still proud to say, I don't care what society has to say about it. One of my clients, and I consider a friend, is Milo Yiannopoulos. You might have heard of him. He's a British guy. I think he's going to be big. I began working with him in 2016, as Milo said, to create some mischief. One of the pieces I did for him that really bugged my friend, the whole catalyst behind the call, and then this video. In 2016 in March, I did the infamous illustration of Pepe the Frog and the GOP elephant, like Ghost to Christmas Future, for the article ran on Breitbart called The Conservative's Guide to the Alt-Right, which then became, if you're familiar with it, you know. And so my friend always had a beef with that. So some other things in the news came up, and my friend started to go through that process. Then he tells me about what our friends have been calling him and suggesting about his character. So then part three, he asks me, what do I do? What's a conservative? Tell me what I don't know. How do I become a conservative now? Or what am I supposed to become? And that was when it dawned on me that politics is not the answer. The philosophies, beliefs, I told him, look, I could care less what you become politically, philosophically. I don't care who you vote for any more than I hope you care who I vote for. Excuse me. So what I really care about, though, is you take this opportunity just not to go find a new politics, but to find yourself. And I know that sounds very new agey, but I believe very strongly that each man and every woman, they have a true self that they're trying to find. Their unique, authentic self, that nice centered, aligned. They're in alignment with the things that they love. They know why they believe what they believe. They've paid a price to understand. They genuinely get to a point where something's in their mind and they've got to go after it. That's what I was hoping my friend to go. I'm like, go do that. Go, like, screw politics. I don't care if you vote for anyone ever again. What I want you to do is, like, cast a vote for yourself. When life gives us this opportunity, for those of us that I speak in generalities again, we're trying to grow. We're trying to increase who we are. We're trying to be better. We're trying to be our authentic self. There's processes in us that we set in motion, dreams we have, goals we have, things that we say to ourselves, the inner dialogue, the subconscious, all the stuff that we study. There's some persistent little nugget, it's like, and then it finds a reason to go boop, and it disrupts the system. It disrupts the audio playing in your head, the one that has all these perceptions that you have about who you are, your value, your worth, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, what's right, what's wrong. And then, of course, the ever persistent problem of our peer groups. I'm not knocking the power of peer pressure. I've done an awful lot of stupid things in my life. Even without a peer pressure, I have the impression of a peer pressure in my head from some other time in my life. And their voices are in my head, making me make things up that I know aren't in my best interest. Keywords like, congruency, to actually do the things that you want to do, to think the things you want to think. I'm telling my friend, walk away from the nonsense. Walk towards yourself. Get involved in some things that are going to help you just burn out the carbon. It's a phrase my friend Milt Johnson came up with once, and it seems to cover everything. Burn out the carbon. Go find something that's completely contrary to your normal schedule. So anyway, without getting too far into that, let me just say this. For those of you that have been posting WalkAway, I'm super proud of you. Not proud, I could care less if you left, the reservation, or you're not a liberal, a lefty, whatever. What I'm proud of is that there's a part in your mind that you're listening to. There's a true, authentic you in there trying to say something like, no, let's go this way. And you're listening. I urge you not to fill that voice up with more crap. Don't go running looking for politics. Go find a really cool, like, personal development group. I'm a part of the Mankind Project, and it's helped me a ton just to find authenticity in my life. Find that for you. Go to something that's going to make you go, that feels natural. That feels right. I think it's a bit criminal how many of us have been taught we don't trust our instincts because that's something animal, or that's something new age, or that's something spiritual. Or we have an instinct in us, and there's a million different little components to that. Our subconscious, our camera, our gut, our experiences, these granular little things that our mind picks up and tries to build a map of the world we live in around. You're finding that map. It's like rattling in your face, and you're like, go do this thing. And you're listening. So I want to say, walk away from the crap that got you all confused in the first place. But if you're brave, if you're honest, because I've had my ass handed to me by the people that I don't want handing me my own ass. They've shown me where I've been wrong. They've shown me where I've been duplicitous. Sometimes I've just been posting things emotionally and I didn't give any thought to it, and I just, and they call me on it. And I didn't want to be called on it, but I was glad I listened because I became a better person for it. Become a better person. Do the things that are uncomfortable. Stay persistent and believe in yourself. And don't be afraid. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't think you should have figured this out at some other point in your life. Just go with one of those platitudes about how everything happens for a reason. That one often works really well. Because oftentimes something did happen for a reason, even though we don't know what it is. We may never know. Sometimes that thing is just the subconscious machine persistently working in the background that grabbed an opportunity and went, get away from this shit. So I applaud you for your courage. Stay courageous. Find yourself. And if it leads you right back to where you left, but this time you do it with your own convictions, with your own passion, that's great. If that's who you really are, then go do that. Do it 100%. Find what makes you excited. Find what makes you happy. Find something that sets you on fire. I know these are all wonderful platitudes, but damn it, they're a platitude for a reason, and they're really good things to think about. You have your whole life ahead of you. Fill it up with things that make you burn with excitement to wake up and do your thing. There's plenty of times where I'm not in that mode, but when I do get back into that little space that I hold for myself of like reality, like these are the things you like doing, go do that. Every time I listen to that gut in me, then I'm happier. I applaud you. Stay brave, stay excited. Don't listen to anyone. Don't apologize for what you're going through. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone an apology. You post what you want to post. You write what you want to write. And more people are going to finally catch on. They're like, oh, we're losing all of our power over these people. Because, you know, the reason why they're fighting with you, you're opening the door they don't want to open, the same one you're going through. Something in their guts knows, oh, crap, I'm going to be face to face with stuff I don't want to look at right now. And that's why they're pushing you away. It's like, don't show me things I don't want to see yet. You got this, guys.